aqui que o papai vai pegar você. Tá louco, o bagulho tá alto, hein? Tá louco. Tá surdo aqui daqui a pouco, bicho. Vai, vamos nessa, continuar da onde nós paramos na última live. Caiu minha live no meio do caminho, tive que fazer uma 9.5. Agora vamos aqui falar com esses viados. Coisa bonita do pai. Coisa linda. Coisa bonita. Olha a coisa bonita do pai. Coisa do pai. Minha filha. Coisa bonitinha. Do pai. Olha, 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 não grita no microfone aqui não. No microfone, pia. Vou falar com o Cordieles primeiro.
Citoyen Lavoisier.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
I found the powder. It was at the Bastille.
Did you do what needed to be done?
Yes. There is nothing more to fear from it.
What do you mean, nothing more to fear from it?
I flooded the cellars where the powder was stored.
Bon sang! Lavoisier! Why did you put our fate in the hands of a cursed machine?
This machine, as you say, just saved you from certain annihilation.
No, you have rendered us impotent.
Come now, monsieur. Get a hold of yourself.
Mon Dieu! Everything I attempt seems doomed to fail. I fear we no longer have any chance of winning this war.
Please, calm yourself. What you fear is the loss of your own personal interests. Everyone here is convinced of this. Where can I obtain some vitriol?
I had some, but my laboratory at L'Arsenal was ransacked. I can't tell you any more than that. If Monsieur Bailly were here, he might be able to suggest a solution.
Goodbye, Citoyen Lavoisier. Citoyen Robespierre.
Madame.
Were you present when the Estates General was dissolved?
Oui, madame. I had a front row seat. I witnessed what it cost to defy the crown. We laid bare before the king the
Vocês
abject
estão ouvindo
misery of
alguma
his
coisa
subjects.
aí de fundo?
It was more than he could suffer. So he had the people's representatives dispersed by means of
Hein, ô
bayonets.
Johnny?
At least we only had to contend with soldiers made of flesh and blood.
Eu tô ouvindo,
Positively
parece que tá dentro de uma
angelic
igreja,
compared to the
velho.
machines that have swept through Paris.
Goodbye, Citoyen Robespierre. And death to the tyrant.
Esse jogo é estranho então, mano. Ele tem um áudio de fundo. Não, eu tô jogando o Steel Rising. Tem um áudio de fundo que parece uma capela de igreja.
What does this letter mean?
Who gave you the right to read my correspondence?
I'm curious about how you got rid of it earlier. As if it burned your fingers.
To tell you the truth, you're not entirely wrong. It is a missive sent by my father, the Marquis de Mirabeau.
Como é que é?
The scoundrel who shamelessly dares to call himself the friend of
Só ouve o
man.
que eu falo.
He writes to say that he is on the brink of death, in such a desperate state that he has received extreme unction. This reprobate used his final moments on this mortal plane to send me threats yet again. He swears that he will torment me from beyond the grave.
How is that possible?
To my knowledge, he has not yet deigned to shuffle off this mortal coil.
Porra nenhuma.
In any case, the satisfaction of knowing he is dead would not assuage
Se
my
desse, já tinha
concern. This man
monetizado
is
essa
more
bosta.
persistent than the plague.
Faz 2 anos,
He's
3
capable
anos,
of
né?
anything.
Nada.
He has spent his entire life persecuting his family. And I believe he is ready to spend his eternal rest continuing to do the same. I need to know what he's planning.
Where is he now?
At his home in Argenteuil. Given the circumstances, going to ask him for an explanation is out of the question. But the man who heard his final confession is here.
Monseigneur de la Fare.
Precisely. Only this confounded shaveling refuses to tell me a word of what the old dragon confided to him. He stubbornly insists on the secrecy of confession. Bon sang. Will we ever be rid of these damned superstitions? Aegis, would you be so kind as to intercede with the bishop? Perhaps you will be able to make him change his mind.
Monseigneur.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Monseigneur, I would like to talk to you about your recent meeting with the Marquis de Mirabeau.
What has gotten into all of you? This has gone on long enough. I will say it one last time and pray that they will finally leave me alone. Nothing and no one will make me violate the secrecy of his confession. Have I made myself clear?
Perfectly clear, Monseigneur. Citoyen Mirabeau. Alas, the bishop stubbornly refused to reveal anything.
Damn it. I need to know what my rogue of a father is up to. Let me think. In light of the cartload of threats he sent me, it's safe to wager that my sister and mother received similar letters. They may even have already suffered his revenge. However, my sister lives in Garce in the south of France. Unless a messenger rode 100 horses to death, she could not have received this letter. Then there is my poor mother.
If you ask me, I will go to find her.
Yes, it's very kind of you to offer. That I
Comprei o bagulho no lançamento, eu nem joguei, mano. Eu comprei pra Thaís.
Indeed.
Eu
It's a
nem
very
joguei aquela bosta.
embarrassing matter. A secret, which I beg you not to divulge.
I can be discreet. Rest assured.
Very well. You should know that my mother, the Countess of Covey, has lost
Não, mas se eu
everything.
começo um jogo é pra platinar.
First, her fortune, then her faculties. No matter what I tried, nothing could prevent her decline. It is said that she is now living on charity, in the most abject poverty in the slums of the Marais. If perchance your past takes you to this dreadful place, and if she still remembers who she is, perhaps you may meet her.
Porra, mano, abriu mais uma missão. Esse bagulho é gigantesco.
Citoyen Raymond.
Can I help you, Aegis?
Nossa,
Goodbye,
mano.
Citoyen Raymond. And may liberty triumph.
Como é que é?
Can I help you, Aegis?
I hope so, Abbot. Our salvation is at stake.
I am listening.
Não, que viagem, mano. A conversa com ele eu sou obrigado a comprar a DLC. Agora que...
General Lafayette.
Do you need help, Aegis?
I was able to speak with Citoyen Marat and Citoyen Leclos.
Ah, the scoundrels. Did you force them to confess? Do you know what they did with the children?
They admitted to organizing the ambush at Gros Caillou.
Cursed recreants. Cowardly corrupters of innocence. Where are they holding their prisoners? They must be rescued immediately.
They do not have Charlotte and the Dauphin.
Excuse me? They dare to claim that?
It is the truth. The ambush was a catastrophe. The king had gotten wind of your plans. Automats from Versailles slaughtered the kidnappers and seized the children. By now, the children will have been reunited with their father. There is little doubt about that.
Mon Dieu. Then it is from the clutches of that tyrant in his own palace that they must be saved. I fear that such an undertaking is doomed to failure, although there is no question of giving up.
Beleza, eu não posso acusá-lo.
Goodbye, General Lafayette. And down with the Clockwork King.
Well put.
Eu não posso. Vou ter que achar o Bailey, mano. De qualquer jeito tem que achar o Bailey. Nossa, eu botei meu controle e não tá carregando, mano. Eu não sei se é o meu carregador. Que merda que é. Não, ele fica o dia inteiro, a noite toda e carregou 2 pontinhos. Tá bom, entendi. O jogo tem uma pancada de coisa. Deixa eu falar com o Lafayette então, né?
General Lafayette.
Do you need help, Aegis?
General, there is a most unpleasant rumor about you going round.
Oh, just one, is that?
You are accused of having delivered the troops who had gathered in the Place Dauphine over to the king.
Calumny. This is nothing less than vile slander.
Save your breath, General. The rumor is true. I can prove it. There's no point in trying to defend yourself. I know that you raised the National Guard for the sole purpose of taking command of it. There was nothing spontaneous about the uprising.
Do you have any evidence to support your accusations?
I do. I have the manifesto.
Bon sang.
Why resort to this manipulation?
You must understand. What I have done, I did for the good of the kingdom. I wanted to stop this massacre while protecting the Queen and the Dauphin. In the name of the people, Aegis. But an actual uprising of the people would have inevitably led to disaster. Only professional soldiers could organize and lead the resistance.
Who were your accomplices?
My brothers in arms, the brave men of the Régiment de Saintonge, veterans of the American War, men who at the Battle of Yorktown brought an empire to its knees. Alas, we gravely underestimated the enemy's forces. We thought we would face an infantry supported by a handful of machines, but an entire army of automats. It was unthinkable.
Some accuse you of harboring a lust for power. The circumstances were to your advantage.
These aspersions are all too familiar to me. But tell me, if I wanted the crown for myself, why did I not take it when I returned from America? When I had seasoned troops at my command, and the people sang my praises with one voice? No. That makes no sense. Though I readily admit that I do believe I am worthy of fulfilling an important role for the Queen, after her son is crowned. Lieutenant General of the Kingdom, for example. Or even, if circumstance requires, the Regent. Voila. Now you know everything. I haven't left anything out. However, this truth, if it were made public, would play right into my enemy's hands. So I ask you not to reveal anything I've just told you, and to give me the manifesto.
No, General. You'll forgive me for choosing to hold on to it.
In that case, my fate remains in your hands. Can you at least tell me where my detractor is hiding? The one who is spreading these charming rumors about me.
He comes and goes. One day he's here, one day he's there. It would be pointless to try to confront him.
Oh, no matter. I will not let this serpent continue to vilify me. I shall get redress for these aspersions in the end.
Do as you wish, General de Lafayette. Goodbye, General Lafayette. Citoyen Raymond.
Can I help you, Aegis?
What is the aim of this
We publish articles. Our numbers grow by the... and we have many illustrious members, such as the Comte de Mirabeau. But it was Monsieur Brissot and the Abbot that...
Good old Brissot.
Yes, mon père. Alas, there's been no sign of him.
I hope to God that no misfortune has befallen him.
What fate does the kingdom...
According to tradition.
This rule is most problematic.
This is why, for the past 12 years, no black people have been allowed to those who accompany their masters. As for those who manage to evade the...
Are you not subject to these laws, Monsieur Raymond?
I am fortunate enough to have been born a subject of the king through my father.
Naturally, that makes...
You are quite a long way from home.
I haven't been back to Saint-Domingue in nearly 5 years. I left my most trusted men in charge of... I came to France with the aim of having an audience with the king. I was of the belief that this was the best way to ease the suffering. Alas, it was all for naught. I was only able to get an... Later, when the king convened the... And then... Mon Dieu, what it is...
Goodbye, Citoyen Raymond.
Beleza, já falei com todo mundo, não tem mais... Ah não, tá usando anabolizante?
Citoyen Marat.
Madame?
I'm surprised to find you here. Did you follow me?
Didn't you know? The Duke's allies are always impeccably informed. Some even say that we have eyes and ears everywhere.
What do you want from me?
That discovery you were telling me about earlier. The big affair you weren't ready to speak to me about. You had me worried that perhaps a deal was being made behind my back. You can never be too careful these days.
You were right. Lafayette was behind this purportedly popular...
Aha! I've got him at...
But he had no intention of handing his men over to the king.
It doesn't matter. These troops would have allowed him to crush the Patriots. He lied to the people. He lied to the Assemblée Nationale. All I need is for you to give me the proof of his treason.
Here. The details about the operation are written in this manifesto.
Madame, I didn't expect... I will now share these revelations with the people. Long live the Assemblée Nationale.
Marat, ça par exemple. You're certainly a bold one.
Monsieur, I have come to pay my respects.
Mon pauvre ami. You must be out of your mind to come and defy those you so cruelly maligned.
Maligned, you say? This remains to be seen, Monsieur de Mirabeau. I have here a document that its author has amusingly entitled Le Manifeste Henri V. It appears that the name Louis has fallen from fashion these days.
Quiet, scoundrel, or I'll make you swallow your tongue!
Come now, you wouldn't dare, my dear Mottier. Not when we're in such fine and plentiful company. Monsieur, in these pages, you will learn of the vast plot devised by the Marquis de Lafayette and his sinister conspirators. You will discover how our national hero orchestrated the so-called popular uprising that gave rise to the National Guard. Bon sang, Monsieur le Marquis. You will also learn that he has proclaimed himself General-in-Chief and that it is his lust for power to which the patriots who fell in Place Dauphine owe their tragic fate.
C'est incroyable.
You must believe it, cher monsieur. Because to add insult to injury, this tomfool...
Par tous les saints.
If what Marat says is true, this is treachery of the basest sort.
No, I don't. The loathsome Marat speaks the truth. I wanted to create an army that would be able to rid our kingdom of our anointed executioner, just as we freed America from England's choking grasp. I only kept it secret to avoid causing more chaos. Can you understand?
You defied the people, Lafayette. This is enough to condemn you.
So be it. You won't hear from me anymore. I leave the fate of the nation in the hands of the speechifiers and demagogues. I encourage you to say your prayers, gentlemen, for our end is near. As for you, rat, go back to the cesspit from whence you came. You should never have come out.
I will gladly follow that order, General. Such is my pleasure that it will be your last.
Acho que eu não tenho que falar com eles mais, né? Isso aqui é a missão do Prade na Bastilha. Ah, esses caras tá foda, não apareceram. Pô. E aí, bicho, bora jogar, vamos lá, bora. Sidão também. Ele gosta de aloprar, velho. Ele já tá puto que não tem internet. Ele vai falar pro homem ligar o computador em meia fase. Esse Sidão. Mas como que tá foda contra eu não? Ah, tá nada. Tá fraquinho você, filho. Короче, нормально. Okay. No, vou ter que por aqui. Ah, toma no cu, não quero falar com você não. Tá aqui, cara. Porra, mano, esse cara... Oh, aí sim, mano. Não tô olhando, não. Vejo mais que esse cara gosta. Por quê? O solo leveling tava bom hoje, hein? O solo leveling tava mais ou menos. Não, legal, legal das topzera não é mais em vista das outras. Tá bem melhor. Eu via também. One Piece eu vejo o resumo que os caras fazem por semana. Ah, mas até aí vai demorar por uns caralho. A parte que ele tá lutando é quando ele luta com aquela mina de cabelo verde, mano. É só ali que tá bom. Tirando isso. O Garu? Então, ali não tá mais ou menos também. O Garu se vira Deus e não consegue matar ele. Não consegue passar por ele. Aham. Ah, vai ter. Não abriu essa porra ainda. Mano, é difícil achar essa mina, hein, mano. Meu, que você tá fazendo cosquinha na minha perna, eu vou te bater, filha da puta. Agora eu achei essa merda. Um bagulho sem... tem a... como é que fala? As paradas quando não tem... o... como é que fala? O mapa é uma bosta, velho. Cara, a daí nem não fácil, não é difícil não. O foda é... ah, esse daqui é pior, hein, velho. Caralho. Quero fazer um cacetão. Vai segurar a vida da outra. Ah, Deus. Não é isso não. Mano, que dificuldade. Eu sei que é lá embaixo. Onde eu tava. Tem uns pedaços ali. Tem água, mano. Aqui eu já não tinha nada. É novidade pra mim. Ah, não, já tinha isso. Devia só levar seu buff. Caralho, mano, você, Johnny, é um viado. Eu comecei a fazer assim, pu. Falei, caralho, agora dá pra ouvir o batimento do coração do personagem? Tá, eu falei, pu. E nem vai eles falar. Seguro é foda. Não tem história com eles. Legal, olha lá. Também. Achar essa mulher tá difícil, esse bicho. Cara, porra, mano, que merda, eu não fiz isso. Ai, que bosta. Minha mão tá dormindo, velho. É foda, mano. Problema nas mãos é embaçado. Eu tô aqui puto também, mano. Eu não queria ver spoiler, tá ligado? Eu não vi, mano. Filho da puta, foi isso, mano. Arrombado. Otário. E do tempo, perto da Bastilha e do tempo. Se eu tivesse mapa, tá ligado? Eu descobri onde é a Bastilha e onde é o tempo. Hotel Grand Prix. Memorais. Não tem como ir pra lá, velho. Da puta.
Welcome back to the last area. It's just we're quite close. Does that mean I need to go out this way? Just enough of a distraction, as well as applying buffs to stronger enemies. They've got a problem. There's no way we can put that.
No.
That'd have been hilarious. So I actually have to do that in the slot. Press the cross and turn it on. It doesn't look like we're going through that list. Not really. Can't see where the way in is very well either. There's where we go.
Okay. Cara, pagando dinheiro com live, velho. Melhor do que eu, velho, então. Eu consegui aí, será?
Let's try high and just off the previous video, and you can see the two different gates. Obviously, you guys should already have these shortcuts open, and I left you guys obviously before the cut over that way over there. So if you want to make your jumping way back over, you can do. But we don't really need to be there. We actually need to do. I suppose it's actually not there, but we wouldn't put it there. We should
O cara também tá perdidaço aqui, mano, pra achar o bagulho. Opa.
slow approach looking around. So I left you guys up there. So just jump off, and we'll be able to take a right turn right here. And then we can get into the.
Porra, aí é do caralho mesmo, hein, mano. Aí fica difícil, mano, ser feliz nesse jogo. Porra. Tô aqui me matando, velho. Pra encontrar esse cara aí desse caminho. Os caras dando uma dessa pra gente. Eu passei ali. Porra. Foi meu. Onde tá o bagulho, mano? Que isso. Opa, gente. Você tá muito... Você tá se achando tão, né? Tomar no rabo, viado. Tô quieto, amigo.
My God. We're not gonna just leave her there. She'll be eaten by rats.
What would you have us do? Are you willing to risk your life just to go bury her?
Absolutely not. But still, what a sorry sight.
The day has passed and I can still hear her cries. It was blood-curdling.
Who could be so cowardly as to attack a half-crazed woman?
Ah, foi
I'd
fraquinho
wager
hoje.
that it was the stranger I saw hanging around here for 2 days.
Foi.
Oh yeah, I remember. A sort of strong man with a pock-marked face.
Não brigou com ele ainda.
He was
Foi
after
com
the
outro cara.
Countess, and he was insistent, the brute. But I knew how to hold my tongue. You know me.
O mestre tá forte demais, mano.
But the cutthroat
O
must
mestre
have
derrota todo
succeeded in
mundo.
the end.
Ele derrota todo
God
mundo,
knows how to
cara.
trick the countess into letting him in.
That's true. Our countess was a
Então conta
highly
aquele cara lá.
suspicious woman.
Dos
But
espetos.
why did he want to harm her?
No doubt it was because of those old rumors.
Nada.
As crazy and poor as she was,
Não tinha
it
começado
seems
a
that
luta
she
não,
kept a
começou
small
agora.
treasure hidden under her bed. All that remained of her aristocratic life, it seems.
Calma, começou não, terminou a luta, né? Diferente. Fala, esse jogo é legal, mas é bugado demais. Né? Nossa, a Condessa morreu, mano, que viagem.
Testa Corvée. The poor thing. This is not the work of an automat, but of a common thug, no doubt. Now I must bring the terrible news to Monsieur de Mirabeau.
Caralho, para isso será visitado por um homem chamado Saint-Jean. Um bom amigo a quem eu carreguei. Não ser desconfiado, no entanto, parece que eu recebo sua casa. Não se assusta com a aparência desairosa do falso jeito. Eu garanto que ele me dará apenas boas notícias. Olha lá. Nem joguei, já tá acabando a bateria dessa porra. Sério mesmo que é só isso? Tinha que ter um esquema aqui, porque ali embaixo. Esse não é aqui, né? Que coisa bonita aqui. O que é esse Charles? Fica aí. Volto lá e ganho mais um troféu. A mãe dele foi assassinada. Questão de família, troféu. Quanto tempo tá minha live já? Uma hora que eu tô jogando. Só consigo fazer uma coisa até agora.
Monseigneur.
What can I do for you, Aegis?
Goodbye, Monseigneur. Vive la nation.
If that is your dearest wish, then so be it.
Can I help you, Aegis?
I hope so.
I am listening.
Goodbye, Abbot, and may liberty triumph.
Que Lafayette.
Citoyen Robespierre.
Madame.
Caralho, não é esse,
Goodbye,
cara.
Citoyen.
Então é esse aqui. Quando você não conhece, personagem direito.
Unfortunately, I come bearing sad news.
Go on, Aegis. There is no need to spare me. This is about my mother, isn't it?
Indeed. The Countess is no longer of this world.
Yes. It was to be feared. I knew she was lost a long time ago. The poor woman. At last she has been delivered from the madness that drove her into the gutter.
It gets worse.
Worse, you say?
Your mother did not die of poverty. She was killed.
Murdered? No. No, my father. The rabid dog made good on his threat. May he roast in the fires of hell for all eternity. As for you, Bishop, do you finally understand the man's true nature? How much longer will you protect this demon?
I share your grief, Monsieur de Mirabeau, but the secrets of...
Enough! You sanctimonious bigot! Is it not enough for you to serve the people absurd fables that condemn them to ignorance? Must you also submit to the whims of a malicious old brute? The scourge of his own family? Speak!
Viu? Sai de perto do videogame.
Help me, I will send you to meet your maker.
Sai daí.
Please, monsieur, let us not get carried away. Out of respect for your grief, and given the extraordinary circumstances, I consent to enlighten you.
I am listening, Monseigneur.
I admit that your father is an unusual person, inhabited by an anger whose source is undetermined. He blamed you, your sister, and your poor mother for all of his misfortunes. I stayed by his bedside an entire night. I preached about mercy and the example of our Lord Jesus Christ.
Ha! That must have gone over well.
Do not mock me, Monsieur de Mirabeau. At dawn, I finally got Monsieur le Marquis to see the error of his ways. Before God, he extended forgiveness to all those he had previously condemned.
However, he did not give up his plans for revenge. The fate reserved for my mother is proof of this.
In fact, monsieur, he did. He even gave me a leather wallet containing, in his words, the instrument of your punishment. He asked me to dispose of it. Unfortunately, your mother's fate was already sealed. Orders had been given. There was nothing more that could be done. The poor soul. He was in tears, his body racked with sobs.
My heart breaks to hear it. What was in the wallet?
I don't know, monsieur. I did not open it.
In that case, I ask you to give it to me now.
I cannot, monsieur. When I was captured, the wallet fell into the hands of the Comte de Cagliostro.
Nom de nom, Aegis. Do you realize what this means? This wallet contains my father's sentences for his children. Me, of course, but also my sister, the Marquise de Cabri. You must find it at all costs. Our fate is in your hands. Cagliostro must have put it in a safe place, somewhere known only to him.
The Marquise de Capri, dites-vous?
Yes, that is my sister Louise's title.
Fortune favors you today. It so happens that I already have this wallet. It was in a secret workshop by the Tuileries, where the Count conducts his sinister experiments.
Oh, how fortunate. What does it contain?
2 envelopes addressed to the Lieutenant General de Police. One of them had this letter in it. It concerns your sister, the Marquise de Capri.
Let's see. A lettre de cachet signed by my father. He gave orders to have my sister locked up in a convent. His unique variety of fatherly love is unmistakable. What was in the second envelope?
It is empty.
Empty? Mon Dieu. You don't have to be a genius to guess that it contained a similar document. This time concerning myself. If the envelope was empty, it means that this letter has already been delivered to its recipient. By Cagliostro, no doubt. The monster must have felt a perverse sense of joy as he devoured its contents. Aegis, you must retrieve this letter at all costs. If the Lieutenant General attaches a seal and gives it to his underlings at the Châtelet, I am done for.
Where does this Lieutenant General reside?
Right by the fortress. He's a dutiful man and prides himself on never straying too far from it. Please hurry, I beg of you.
Eu vou só falar com aqueles dois lá no negócio. Deve ter alguma coisa deles ainda pra fazer, se eu não me engano. Mas galera, eu tô vendo aqui se tem mais algum troféu. Maluco. O que eu vou fazer? Vamos aqui. Depósito.
Citoyen Leclos.
Can I help you, madame?
The Queen read your novel, but the King banned it. What is it about?
My liaison dangereuse is about two libertine aristocrats. The man loses between you and me. I thought I was doing a service. As for the Queen, who knows? Perhaps this pervert.
Do you plan to ever...
Well, neither my birth nor my... In the end, I believe...
Goodbye, Citoyen Leclos.
Are you making progress, madame?
Yes, I'm working on it.
Se ele tinha alguma coisa aqui, não tem. Porém, eu não abri esse baú. Peguei aquela chave lá, mas não sei de porra nenhuma chave. Olha lá depois.
Energia, creio eu. Só vai entrar depois das 5. Já era pra ter entrado, né? Se é depois das 5, já é 5. Deve estar enchendo o cu de cachaça, comendo carne, é assim mesmo. Então. Fala. Eu pensei que ia ter alguma coisa, aqui não tem. Tem a carta régia. La City. Acho que é aí que é a carta. Aí eu consigo pegar o Birilil lá. Pode crer. Monsieur Bailey. Acho que é isso mesmo. Monsieur Bailey. Só nos cacetete no server. Aqui, ó. Opa.
Cachet that had Monsieur de Mirabeau so terrified. I shall deliver it to him shortly.
Acertou, filho da puta, velho. Que filho da puta. Não era isso, não. Pode crer, não sei.
Citoyen Mirabeau. Here is the letter sent by your father to the Lieutenant General de Police. You were right.
Mon Dieu. So this is what the Coeur had in store for me. A new lettre de cachet with a royal seal. He sentenced me to spend the rest of my days in the Chateau de Vincennes. To return to the cell where he had me locked up 12 years ago. Those 10 square feet where I had 14 seasons, spent with chattering teeth, coughing up a bucket full of bile and blood every...
Your own father had you...
Alas.
What crime did he hold you to?
He disapproved of the follies of the young man I was back then. A woman whom an unjust law kept me apart. I was free and besotted with happiness, Aegis. So he felt it necessary to steal my youth.
What does this letter matter?
You must put yourself in my shoes to understand. And I am certain but if you hadn't taken Louis the Mad would have made it his, but I would rather die. There is no worse hell on earth than that.
Was there no trial?
One would imagine. Those damned... For centuries, a powerful man, whether a king or a poor soul, sees neither, and his cries for help fall... I am just one of many victims. From Voltaire... In any case, I must now express my eternal gratitude. Even though no words, no matter how eloquent, can express its depth. I owe everything to you. Whatever happens now, I will be free to live. As for the Marquis de Mirabeau, that criminal whom misfortune chose as my father, let us consider him dead. Let him choke on loneliness and regret.
However, it should be mostly easy, and you should get the drop, but it is in a chest in a rather obvious place. You guys should be able to pick that up if you just follow the quest. Or to move the cap. We're just going to have to continue on this. In any case, we have a couple more side quests here. And basically what I'm going to do is, once we get to a certain point in the game, I'm going to give you guys recommendations to make sure you hopefully clear them. So if you guys want to just continue following along in this zone, feel free to. What I did say in the previous episode is we need to start getting used to because it is quite useful against the final boss. So I'm getting used to parry timings, how to get the full out. This is going to be rather good for you to do. That we just quick way open a shop. The best thing about the parry is, you see how when the enemy parries me, it goes straight down my tank? We already told us to capitalize on that. Just mimicking the itch. Sorry, my nose is itching, so I'm sniffling a little bit. I think it's part of the quest. Excuse me, doggy.
O nome do cara, bicho. Baby. É a porra do baby, né, cara? Não, 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 Aí que tá. Onde esse filho da puta tá? Sério que eu não peguei isso aí? Aí é chato, hein, mano? Como que eu peguei esse cara? Viajar pra teoria. Eu acho que é isso. Consigo dar sequência. O cara não acordou, mas ele tava fazendo isso sozinho, não tinha que acordar ninguém, mano. É incrível isso. Se ele brincar, se lascou. Exato, Ô louco, acabou lá. Olha, gente, já tô. colocar não é. Tá, tá. Maluco, eu nem vi o cara, velho. Vou botar um desse aqui pra... Eu não acredito. Não sei a porra do caminho pra ir pra lá, velho.
Right there. Oh my god. That's wait. Yep. How would I have not seen that though? I feel like I would have. That's the echo. That's what we're missing. So let's go open the chest. Big guy. Get down the workshop area. Got one, which. Rescue this dude. Join him. Go out.
Vamos delivery. Acho que a gente quer. Pra conseguir acertar, né? Toma essência. Cair aqui é difícil. É foda. Tudo por causa disso não consegui executar. Eu não acredito.
Flee, gentlemen, flee while there is still time.
There. You are no longer in danger.
Ludia? Are you the one who has released me from this nightmare? But how? Did your master send you?
My name is not Ludia, monsieur. I'm called Aegis, and I serve only the Queen.
A pauvre enfant. Ludia. Aegis. And yet I fear that you are neither.
The names I have been given do not matter. My creator is no more. I was present for his last breath at the Bastille.
Mon Dieu. Eugène.
Your friend has taken the secret of his tireless automats to the grave with him. I have no choice now. I must confront the king and hold him to account for his actions.
May he finally answer for his crimes. As for you, my child, I can't be sure, but I think there is a truth you must uncover. Find your way to Monsieur de Vaucanson's home. It is in the Faubourg Saint-Germain, east of the Invalides. Here is the key to the gate. When we meet again, we will have the answers we seek.
I found your colleague Lavoisier at the Palais de Luxembourg.
Did he meet with the Comte de Provence, as he had planned?
No. He fell into a trap. Luckily, he escaped unharmed.
Bon sang. I warned him. Now there can be no doubt. The entire royal family is against us.
I found your colleague Lavoisier at the Palais de Luxembourg.
Did he meet with the Comte de Provence, as he had planned?
No. He fell into a trap. Luckily, he escaped unharmed.
Bon sang. I warned him. Now there can be no doubt. The entire royal family is against us.
What did you see and hear before you regained consciousness?
I don't know how to describe it. À vrai dire, I was in a sinister and icy place. Et puis, it's all a blur. A poisonous feeling of destructive power. Somewhere between a dream and reality. Orders whispered in my ear. Poor, terrified people falling at my hand. I don't know if I was given some powerful drug, or if my mind was truly lost in the ether. If this is the case, the phenomenon should be studied. But can it be reproduced?
Would you happen to know where I could find some vitriol?
Sulfuric acid? Of course. Combined with sea salt and green copperas, we use it to polish the lenses of our telescopes. But I don't know how much we have. You would need to go to the Louvre and take a look at the observatory storeroom to find out.
If you will allow me to.
Of course, madame. Here is the key.
I will take you to safety at the Cordelier Convent.
So, you're in the know. Excellent. Let us go, my child.
Mas mais esperto, agora eu sei o que tem que fazer. Porra,
Our enemies cannot reach us here, Monsieur Bailly. You have nothing more to fear.
You have my eternal gratitude, mon enfant. Rest assured that I'm aware of the full weight of my debt to you. Without your help, I would still be trapped in that coffin. That is why, from this day forward, I ask that you regard me as your eternal servant.
I have not yet found the vitriol that we need.
As I said, you will find it in...
Goodbye, citoyen. Vive la nation!
Uma porta dessa. Agora embaixo. Ó. Só as picas, bicho. Ok. Então vamos. Monsieur Bailey. E reloaded ele colocou. Bararara. Vamos explorar. Machado. Não, para essa porra, eu acho que é o negócio do canhão. Leclos.
Citoyen Leclos.
Can I help you, madame?
The representatives of the people are asking for your help, monsieur.
Who exactly are you talking about?
The patriots and representatives of the Third Estate who escaped the massacre.
I need names, madame.
Monsieur de Robespierre, Monsieur Lavoisier, the Marquis de Lafayette.
All these men have declared themselves enemies of the cause to which we have sworn allegiance to.
Is there any cause more important than saving the nation?
No, of course not. And what do these so-called defenders of the people want from me?
They believe they have found a way to neutralize the royal automats for good. And to do it, they beg you to give them one of the explosive cannonballs you invented.
Ma foi, if there is a way to stop these death machines, then I have a duty to assist them. But you must understand that I shall remain on my guard. When doing deals with the enemy, you must take precautions for when the game ends.
If that's how you feel, Then by all means take steps to ensure your safety.
Let me think. Where are the representatives?
At the Couvent des Cordeliers.
Very well. Here's what we're going to do. I will go to the convent immediately and try to negotiate a truce. As for you, here is the key to a trunk in the next room. It contains a prototype of my cannonball, as well as the patents and pages that explain how to manufacture it. Bring all of this to me at the convent. However, do not give me anything unless I specifically request it. Is that clear?
Perfectly clear, monsieur. I will follow your instructions.
Are you making progress, madame?
Yes. I'm working.
Eu vou tomar um banho. Ô louco, mano. É, perto. Ela.
Athénaïs, pour l'amour de Dieu, run and hide!
What do you mean, Papa?
Hurry, I beg you! The Count is at our door. He shall take us away.
Good heavens!
Don't worry about me. Run, I say. Run!
This box. It's the one I found in the workshop at the Tuileries. It's no use. I can't get it open. I should show it to Monsieur Bailly. Maybe he saw Mademoiselle de Vaucanson using it.
O cara tem que levar um cacete. Não vai matar ninguém. Se eu quis, né? 40 mil uma melhoria, velho. Tá louco. Eu coloquei em Luxemburgo, vou atrás da qualidade disso. Nossa, a carta de tudo bem. Nada. Último. Faz tempo já, mano. 2 horas e pouco. É, galerinha, tá curtindo? O jogo é meio complicado, não tem um mapa. Você fica meio perdido. Mas, é isso aí.
Madame, these gentlemen and I have come to an agreement.
That is good news.
We will resolve our differences when the time comes. The matter is settled.
You can count on it, Laclos. But despite your hostility and suspicion of treachery, I am and shall remain an enemy of the king. It is clear that we are fighting the same adversary.
Adversary? You are rather indulgent, Monsieur le Marquis. It seems that you are still fond of him, despite his heinous crimes.
Oh, de grâce.
Truly, the king is no more than a wild beast. And together, in large numbers, we will hunt him down.
Madame, please give the model and the engineering notes to Monsieur de Robespierre. However, you shall hold on to the patents. No one knows what the future may hold.
Let there be peace between you, gentlemen, for there is still much work to be done. We believe we now have a way to destroy the lanterns. Without them, the machines will no longer be able to carry out their sinister task. But it is still just a strategy, which needs to be tested. And even a conclusive experiment will not guarantee our success. Where will we find a working cannon? How will we get more vitriol? How will we make more cannonballs? Please, I ask each of you to set to work without delay. Pour la nation, messieurs.
Pour la nation.
Pour la nation.
Pour la nation.
Citoyen Robespierre.
Madame.
Were you present when the Estates General was dissolved?
Oui, madame. We laid bare. So he had. At least we only had positively and.
Goodbye, Citoyen. And death.
Robespierre, essa porra aqui. Armeira boa.
Citoyen Bailly.
Ah, Mademoiselle.
I found this box with astronomical symbols on it. I believe it belongs to Vaucanson's daughter.
Athénaïs' secret box. I built it with my own hands. It was my gift to her on her 15th birthday.
I wasn't able to open it.
Naturellement. Athénaïs and I are the only ones who know how. Allow me. You must arrange the planets the way they were aligned on the day of Athénaïs' birth. Voila, like this.
What's this locket?
Athénaïs is always wearing this. It contains a portrait of her late mother. She said it was her most cherished possession in all the world. To think, the poor child never knew her own mother.
You monster! What did you do to her?
Lydia.
Good God. Ludia, what happened? You froze the moment you touched the locket. I thought I'd lost you.
I saw her. Athénaïs de Vaucanson. The Comte de Cagliostro has her.
Mon Dieu. It is just as I feared.
He bound her spirit to an automat.
Please, say no more. Athénaïs. It is her spirit that animates you. Is it not?
Yes. I believe so.
Seigneur, quelle abomination.
Where can I find Athénaïs' body?
God only knows. Although I assume that the Comte de Cagliostro is taking pains to keep her alive, this is certainly the only way to keep her spirit alive in you.
Why was Eugène de Vaucanson imprisoned in the Bastille?
Once he discovered the king's true intentions, he refused to continue cooperating with him. He refused to use his talents to create this abominable army. But the king didn't take kindly to his resignation. Eugène did manage to get a letter to me just before he was arrested. Here, take it.
Beleza, bora.
Citoyen Lavoisier,
What can I do for you, Aegis?
do you think there is any way to interrupt my internal clockwork?
To what end?
I would like to briefly sever the bond between my spirit and this automat.
It is a very strange request, madame. For what purpose do you seek to free your soul from its shell?
According to the abbot, my spirit would then be able to visit purgatory.
Oh, that dreadful place. Why on earth would you want to go there?
I hope to find answers to some very important questions.
You must understand, madame, that your very nature is a mystery to us. We are ignorant as to the principle that imbues you with life, nor do we know how your machinery works. That is why it is impossible for us to make even the slightest alteration. It would mean taking an unacceptable risk. Of course, if we had documents that could shed light on the matter.
Antoine, the blueprints.
What blueprints, mon ami?
Ludia's. Eugène gave them to me when he was working on the modifications ordered by the king. He wanted my opinion on the potential for reducing the size of certain key parts. The documents are obsolete now, but they could tell us quite a bit about the mechanical principles that are shared by Ludia and Aegis.
Bon sang, you're right. Where are the blueprints now?
Alas, the situation is not in our favor. I kept them in the safe at the observatory, but earlier, when I went there to collect my most important documents, before setting off for the convent, I found looters making off with its contents.
Blasted scavengers. Their kind are always quick to make the most of chaos.
I chased them to the keys, but was unable to apprehend them. When they disappeared into an underground passageway under the Louvre, I decided it was best not to follow them.
You acted wisely, mon ami. The automats are everywhere, and the marauders don't stand much of a chance.
I'll try to track them down. Goodbye, Citoyen Lavoisier.
Opa! Tô aqui, vou parar de jogar um pouquinho. Vou parar de jogar um pouco, joguei pra caramba já. Eu vou parar de... Eu vou parar de jogar um pouco, tomar um banho. É.
Tá louco, tô cansado hoje, serviço pra assistir. Ai, eu esqueci do negócio.
Não sabia.
Puta merda.
Novidade. Que negócio? Hã? Que negócio?
Puta merda, eu vou ter que voltar lá.
Que negócio?
Sim, a gente fazer o negócio, a gente fechar o teto lá. Puta merda, eu vou ter que voltar lá. Nossa, era um negócio mil e vai tomar de casa. Nossa, vou ter que voltar lá. Nossa, agora que eu lembrei que eu tenho que colocar o bagulho. Vou ter que voltar lá com o ano agora. Acabei de sair do bagulho pra voltar. Vamos fuder, minha vida. Vai, Rodrigo, vou ter que voltar lá. Eu preciso printar essa caceta de subir pra pôr no negócio, senão isso não vai dar bom. Porque vai estar fazendo lá, eles estão no bagulho. Tá tudo pra dar pra cá. E eu preciso... Eu não sei nem onde eu vou virar agora. Deixa eu voltar nesse velho, porque eu não vi onde eu vou virar. Tá de barro. Não, tá bom. Vai.
Looters from the observatory. Poor souls. They didn't stand a chance. Fortunately, they are in perfect condition. Monsieur Bailly will be delighted. Citoyen Bay.
Ah, mademoiselle. Well, what news?
Here are the blueprints you asked for.
Good heavens. You found them?
Your thieves were not able to profit much from their theft. They met with an unfortunate end.
Oh, the poor souls. Their crimes did not deserve such a pounce.
Certainly, certainly. Let us look at these documents now, if you will.
No, Antoine, the F-wheel is not part of the cog that transfers the driving force to the escapement.
Diable, you're right. It's driven by the B-wheel, and its axis is on the shaft that's visible at this point.
Precisely. In fact, the shaft sits between the conical bearing and the small groove here. See?
True. It's decided then. All we would have to do is separate these two plates to disable the entire thing.
And to put them back in place at the agreed time to start the machine again.
You will not be able to assist me. I have to do it alone. Half a league away.
You must be joking.
By no means. You'll have to find another solution.
Unfortunately, madame, you're asking us to do the impossible.
Oh, ça, par exemple.
Once your spirit is untethered from this automat, it will be impossible for you to start the machine up again.
Hold on, my dear Antoine. Is this device in Figure 4? Is it still in place?
Yes, it is. What of it?
Bon sang. It's a timer. It's primitive, true, but fully functional.
The dial has marks from 1 to 15. Probably minutes.
It was to allow Eugène to plan the duration of Ludia's dances in advance.
Oh, I see. And by reversing the position of this peg in the center, we could instead turn it into a period of inactivity.
Nous y sommes, mon ami. Fantastic.
Will Aegis be able to operate this device herself?
We'll make it easier for her. All you have to do is put a bolt there that she can remove when the time is right. Yes, a small iron rod will suffice. We won't have any trouble finding something that will do. When the timer dial reaches 0, the automat will come back to life. However, given the dial's fragility, we will probably get only one chance to try this.
Are you sure that the bond between my soul and this machine will be re-established?
Ma foi, I admit that we can't be sure of this. What do you say, mon père?
Don't be afraid, Aegis. Unless I've been wrong from the beginning, your soul will seek refuge in the only body it has available to it in this world.
Well then, shall we start the preparations?
Let's begin. My fate is in your hands, monsieur.
Voila. Everything is in place. When it's time, just pull on this metal loop to start the timer.
Remember, you will have 15 minutes and no more before your spirit returns to your body. We wish you good luck, madame.
Remember, to get to Rue de Montmorency, you're best going through the cemetery behind the Église Saint-Jacques in the Quartier de l'Hôtel de Ville. Here is the key to the gate. Our prayers are with you, my child.
Eu vou fechar essa live por aqui, galera. Depois voltamos. comigo, tá? 322 metros. Isso aí, galerinha. Ficamos por aqui até a próxima live. E se estiver gostando do conteúdo, dá um joinha, compartilha, comenta, dá uma força pra nós.